welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all super well. So today's video is going to be a food photography editing tutorial. Basically I'm doing this video because I got a lot of comments from you guys on my social media channels, which you can find here, basically on how I'm editing my photos, because I've been putting a lot of effort in lately to step up my game photography wise. I've been learning a lot of techniques. Editing wise, I've been investing in equipment, and I'd like to think there is a notable difference. And anyway, but you guys have been commenting on my photos saying you're really loving my style lately and how am I doing it. So I thought I would do a tutorial on how I edited my freak shake photos, which I put on my blog. You can find the recipe on my blog here, which I'm going to put down here, and it's also, the link is in the description if you're lazy and you just want to click. But yeah, this photo is basically a candy-filled gluttony's dream. So here is the final result. And as you can see, I mean, to be honest, I'm really pleased with this. I think it's very Instagram, Pinterest style. It's very, I don't know, it's poppy, it's sort of got a pink tone to it, the whites are really bright, and I think it's something, one of those things that people would, you know, re-gram or re-pin. And so yeah, I'm going to show you how I made this Candy Fest photo. If you want to see this tutorial, then stay tuned and I'm going to get right to it. Okay, so let's get started. So this is a photo that we're going to be editing, and then as you can see I'm using Lightroom. For a simple edit of sort of like color correction, things like that, I think Lightroom is absolutely perfect. I would do sort of, you know, if I was doing photo manipulation or anything like that, I'd use Photoshop, but really Lightroom, I just absolutely love it. Okay, so as you can see, I shot this, I shot this on my Canon 6D using my 35mm lens. And I shot it at f9 because I really wanted to capture all the detail in it. I didn't need, you know, the beautiful bokeh effect at the back, so f9 made sure I got all of it in. And because I was using studio lights, I was using softboxes, I was at ISO 100. If you want to see about my softboxes, I am planning to do a video about my sort of home setup, but comment below if you want to see that, because obviously I just want to make sure I produce contents you want to see. Okay, so let's get started. So the thing that I always do first is I go down, if we scroll, to the lens correction. So if you click enable profile correction, so if you see that, it's sort of, so your camera naturally warps the photo. It sort of distorts it and gives it sort of a rounded effect. You won't even notice it in your photo, but if I untick it, you can see that happening. So yeah, always do that so you get the beautiful flat effect and take away any of the sort of distortion. Okay, so then I start off by doing this just to see. It's a great thing using auto. It's not always perfect, and in fact a lot of times it does mess up, so I'll take it off, but it's a great place to start before you rotate your image, because it looks for the sort of the straight lines. It just makes things easier. I'll be completely honest, a bit lazy. Okay, so then I would go and I want to rotate, I basically want to get this straight because I was shooting manually, not using a tripod. So yeah, as much as I thought, you know, it's straight when you're looking through the lens, it's never going to be perfect. So okay, that looks pretty straight. Yep, okay. Now, do I want to crop this? It's pretty much in the middle. I probably just want to crop this a little bit down there. I want to basically get this in the middle here. Bring this down a little bit. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that. Okay, so then the first thing that I will do is always work with the exposure. So this is it's pretty dark, so I'm going to up this a little bit. I'm gonna go a little bit more. Now this is pretty light at the moment, but I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna add in contrasts and darkening the blacks and so on. So we can always bring it down if it's a little bit light at the moment, but I like sort of a nice light base to work with, because this is a sort of, you know, it's a fun, you know, sugary kind of thing. So I want it to be sort of a light poppy sort of photo. Okay, so I'm gonna work with the contrast now. I don't want too much, to be honest. I'm not a big fan, but I want a little bit. So probably gonna do, I want to get 5, and I can never do this without typing manually. Okay, just a little bit, just to add a tiny bit of depth. Okay, so then I'm gonna go for the highlights. I sort of just basically work my way down here. So I'm gonna bring those up. I like highlights, so we're just, I need to get a better mouse, I swear. And I'm probably gonna go, yep, I'm liking that. Okay, then I love to lift the shadows. That is one of my things. So if you like bring them down, you're obviously like darkening the image, you're adding shadows in. But if you want it to sort of be light and sort of bring out all the details, you want to lift those shadows. So I am gonna lift these up. All right. Lift them. Sorry, my mouse is appalling, so it's gonna be quite jittery. And I just moved house and I don't have a mouse mat currently. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. So it's, at the moment, it's very bright. It's, at the moment, it obviously, it's a little bit flat. Well, actually, it's a lot flat, let's be honest. But we are gonna change this, don't worry. But basically, I just want to be able to see all the detail in this. So if we zoom in, I just want to be able to see all of this, is why I'm doing this. As you can see, it's looking pretty crystal clear. And that's kind of what I want. But I am gonna now, I'm just gonna skip over the whites because I want to bring this back down to sort of a bit more of a normality. So I go down to the blacks next. And I'm going to take these down quite a bit. So see, as you can see there, just by doing that, we have literally brought back some light. Now that's too much. So let's try a bit more. Yep, I'm feeling that. Yep. Okay, so as you can see, looking a whole lot better. We are back to something slightly more presentable. Okay, so it's still, though, it's pretty flat, it's pretty dull. I'm liking it. Let's try some whites, because this image is something that I'm going to put on Instagram, and I might not edit everything the same if I wasn't doing it for Instagram. You know, I kind of like my Instagram to be poppy. That kind of like white look is very in fashion on Instagram right now, so let's add some white. Let's do this. Okay, see, if you did too much, whoa, blows it out. Yeah, we don't want that, guys. So this is what your whites do, basically. So I don't want to do too much like that. Oh my god. Yep, okay, I'm liking that. Basically, I just wanted to bring out the whites of the table, make it sort of very, well, I want to make it very white. I want to bring out the whites of the marshmallows, the cream dribbles down here. Yeah, okay, so then I'm going to ignore colours right now. I always do them after I've got the base right. Now the tone curve, I love the tone curve, but I do it a lot for, if you're doing portraits, it is, oh, I just love it so much. But with this, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to keep it quite, I'm not going to do a lot to it, to be honest. So all I really want to do is, I probably just want to boost the whites, I mean the lights even, a little bit more, just for that sort of clean Instagram look. So okay, let's see again, just a little bit more. I'm probably gonna do, I don't know, it's too much really. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go with that. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is work on the colours. So I'm kind of happy with the sort of tones of this now, the details, so I really want to work on making this sort of pop and really good for Instagram. So I kind of want to make this a little bit cooler. It's a little bit too warm for me right now. The background's pretty, you know, well, it's not really yellow, but beige. So yeah, we want to take out some of that warmth and just cool it down a touch. Not too much, just a touch. So just, not too much, see, too cool. A little bit more. Kind of want to get it. Yeah, let me just edit this. Well, let me have a look. If I do... Oh, God, shit. Not what I meant to do, guys. I meant to do that. Yeah, take it down a little bit more. Maybe take off 100 Kelvin. Because basically, as you saw in the original image, I want to make this sort of give it a pink tint to it, really make it a candy-filled picture. So I want to bring down the warmth because it will start to get a bit of those blue tones in it. Okay, so then I'm going to work on the vibrance. Now I actually always like to take out vibrance of my pictures and add saturation. It's kind of just a personal preference. I just like the look of it. But I don't do too much. We're literally just talking a few sort of bars. So yeah, so if you see this, at the moment it's looking pretty grey, pretty dull. Yeah, not so great. But then this one, basically add in pretty much as much saturation as I took out vibrance. So I want to add in, yeah, I'll do. Okay, so we're adding in back the colour, just taking out some of the vibrance. It sounds weird, but I kind of like the effect of it. I know it's looking pretty flat, pretty great at the moment, but we are going to make this pop, I promise. Okay, so then I always like to add in a bit of clarity next because that will add sort of some real depth to it. Not too much, I'm not a massive fan, but just a little bit, literally like a touch like that. So you can see the difference. You just sort of get some of those tones into it. Okay, now I want to see, basically there's a lot of pink in this. Marshmallows, donut, the ice cream. But I want to bring in some other colours. So I want to bring some more of this blue. I want to sort of make that sort of, I hate the word pop, I keep using it, but yeah. So let's go to this. Okay, now I kind of, like I was saying, I want to make this sort of candy fun-filled, so I am actually gonna change slightly the colour of the blue. So we're gonna go down to the individual colours tab down here. Now we're gonna go first to the hue, because I actually want to change the colour slightly of the blue. I want to make it a bit more lighter, not quite this sort of, I'm not very up on my, it's not royal blue, is it? Whatever that blue is there, primary blue, I don't know. I want to make it a little bit sort of more on the turquoisey side. So we're going to go to the blue tab. Now if you see, you can literally change the blues. Double tap will reset you to the middle, by the way. So, we'll go, I want to bring it more down here. So I'm just going to slide it until I'm happy. See? And then now we've got this really nice turquoise. And I think that's really good for this sort of candy effect. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. And I want to basically add in a bit more saturation to that because I want the blue to stand out against all of that pink. So we are gonna go to the blue again and we're gonna just add in a bit of saturation. Just gonna add in a bit more. So you can see we've just added, I've just clicked on that. like that, like so. Just added a bit more saturation to it. Okay, now this is looking pretty good now. I'm pretty happy with this, but I kind of wanted to give this a bit of a tint, which you can do here. I just want to make this a bit more candy-like, so I'm going to add in a tint of pink. So you can see it's already on the pinker side, but I'm going to make it a bit more. It's a bit girly. So as you can see, it's just not too much. So I'm gonna go down and there. And I think this is looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I am really happy with this. It's a very sort of Instagram, Pinterest kind of look. I'm probably just gonna crop this to make it Instagram-able. So Instagram, you obviously have the square, which is your 1x1, but it's also 4x5, which is your tall one, which is great for your outfit shots and so on. And that is 4x5. So we're just gonna, I probably want to put this here. I want this kind of in the middle. So I kind of want this to be in the center of the photo, just to balance it out really. So I'm kind of happy with there, to be honest. We've kind of got equidistance here and here. It's kind of slightly, but meh. But this is looking pretty good. So if we just do done, and there we are. So this would be ready to go now onto Instagram. And if I'm being honest, I think this will get so many likes. I joke. But what I'm trying to say is if you produce an image like this, I would definitely like it. I think it's great. I think it's one of those ones that people love to share on Instagram, put it on Pinterest. Yeah, and I just think it's really fun, and it's making me really, really hungry right now. I haven't had lunch yet, so I'm probably gonna go find some donuts, to be honest, now, because this is looking so good. Yeah, anyway, I'm happy with this, and I hope you are too. Yeah, if you love this image and you want to try it out yourself, remember, if you upload it, tag me, comment me so I can go have a look and see what you've done, guys. And if you want to see more videos like this on how I edit my photos on my Instagram and on my blog, then comment below. And if there's any particular ones that you've seen on my Instagram that you want me to make a video on how I edited them, then again, say below and I will do so. I will see you next time, guys, and stay safe, and I love you. Bye.